WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5.
New tonight, word from the Oval Office. A man mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador will not be returned to the United States. It's our top story today at 5. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. President Trump met with the president of El Salvador at the White House today. El Salvador has taken in people the Trump administration claims are criminals as part of its crackdown on immigration. Erica Brown reports from the White House.
During an Oval Office meeting Monday, President Trump thanked the president of El Salvador for helping with his administration's mass deportation efforts.
We have millions of people that should not be in this country that are dangerous.
The visit comes one day after the U.S. sent 10 more migrants who the White House accused of being gang members to a notorious prison in El Salvador. And the Trump administration insists there's little it can do to bring 29-year-old Kilmar Abrego Garcia back to the U.S. The Maryland father was deported to the prison after an administrative error. The White House maintains he's a gang member. The Supreme Court ruled the administration must facilitate his return.
If they wanted to return him, we would facilitate it, meaning provide a plane.
But Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele says he has no intention of sending Abrego Garcia back to the U.S., even though he was never charged or convicted of a crime.
Of course, I'm not going to do it. It's like, the question is preposterous. How can I smuggle a terrorist into the United States?
During the meeting, President Trump also said he'll explore legal avenues to potentially deport U.S. citizens to El Salvador if they commit crimes.
If we can do that, that's good. And I'm talking about violent people. I'm talking about really bad people.
As the administration's immigration crackdown faces more legal challenges, a federal judge in Vermont Monday considered whether to release a Tufts University student detained by ICE and accused of engaging in activities in support of Hamas. Rumeysa Ozturk says her arrest violates her free speech rights. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
In the meantime, Ukraine continues to fight for its homeland, and President Volodymyr Zelensky talked with 60 Minutes last night. He says he invited President Trump to Ukraine to see how Russia's unprovoked invasion continues to threaten the peace of the Western world.
Before any kind of decisions, any kind of formats of negotiations come to see people, civilians, warriors, hospitals, churches, children destroyed or dead. Come, look, and then let's move with a plan how to finish the war.
A White House official met with Vladimir Putin in Russia this past Friday to discuss a possible peace deal. Well, the tax deadline is almost here, and some people are still scrambling to get them done on time, so there are always a few ways that you can save some money. Sean Graney spoke with some experts today, and he's here for you now with a look at how to make sure things go smoothly.
Sherry, there are various moving parts with this year's tax deadline, and one expert I spoke to today points to one specific area that can help you save money with your return. Experts say the tax code is extremely beneficial to people with children. The code benefits supports mostly middle and lower class families, and experts say be careful. Some small mistakes can really bring bad headaches. Make sure names and addresses are spelled correctly, and if you have to pay, make sure to do it before tomorrow night's deadline. Also, if you do file for a 6-month extension, you will have until October 15th to get your taxes done and filed.
If you have kids, that really helps, particularly if they're 16 and under, because there's good child credits and child care credits that boost up those people that have kids. Earned income credits, another big credit for families that have kids. So our tax code is extremely beneficial to those that have kids.
Now, the 5% interest failure to file on time penalty does take effect even if you owe, so it is best to seek an extension fast to ensure no additional fees. Sherry, back to you.
Thank you, Sean. An investigation continues in the Lansing area tonight after a motorcycle crash sent a man to the hospital and caused his bike to catch fire. It happened yesterday afternoon before noon on US 127 near Barnes Road. Deputies say a 54-year-old man from Grand Rapids was driving north and lost control. Officials say he flew off his bike, which then caught on fire. The man has serious injuries, and if you have any information about this crash, call the sergeant at the number on your screen. Well, average statewide gas prices finally fall after hitting a 2025-year high. AAA says the average now sits right around $3.07 a gallon for regular unleaded. That's still 7 cents more than this time last month, but 61 cents fewer than this time last year. Drivers in the greater Lansing area are paying just less than a statewide average of $3.04 a gallon, while drivers in Jackson are paying 2 cents more at $3.09. Well, a major road project started today in Jackson County involving bridge maintenance over the Grand River. The Michigan Department of Transportation says crews started working right around 8 o'clock this morning. The bridge is on US 127 at the Jefferson Road intersection in Liberty Township. MDOT says the project will require one lane to be closed in each direction over the river, and drivers should expect delays for months. The project is set to wrap up in late November. Well, thousands of acres of state forest are damaged in northern Michigan in the aftermath of last month's severe ice storm, and the Michigan Department of Natural Resources just released aerial images showing the extent of the devastation. So let's take a look. The ice storm impacted nearly 920,000 acres of state forest land. That's according to DNR's Forest Resources Division. The chief of that division, who has worked in the state for 39 years, says he has never seen anything like this. Drone flyover assessment started last Tuesday, showing extensive damage to Pigeon River Country State Forest. That's also known as Michigan's Big Wild. And this video shows a plantation of red pines reduced to stick-like figures after the heavy ice snapped the tops off hundreds of trees.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we are seeing some sunny conditions right now and some breezy conditions in the forecast as well. So we're going to continue to see a little bit more of that warmth, but then we have some winter-like conditions returning to the forecast. Yes, fortunately, we're going to continue to see a little bit of a chilly Tuesday before temperatures rebound back into Wednesday. Let's break it all down for you. Let's take a look at our McLaren cam. McLaren, you're still seeing those beautiful conditions. You're seeing the camera shake just a little bit. That's because we have some gusty winds out there. Other than that, we're still seeing some blue sky and some clouds moving their way into the forecast. Temperatures across the area, we're starting to still be into the 60s right now, 62 degrees after a high of 68 degrees and a low of 47 degrees this morning. You can see on the flag, we are still seeing those very gusty winds at about 41 miles per hour. That was our max gust for today. We're looking down into Grand Ledge now, and we're still seeing just that milky look to the sky, 60 degrees right now after a high of 66 degrees and that max wind of about 36 miles per hour. Winds are going to be gusty no matter where you're going. We're going to see those max winds right around 41 miles per hour, even down into Jackson. 63 degrees right now after a high of 71 degrees. Final stop is going to be Hillsdale, still seeing plenty of blue sky. You can see the camera shaking just a little bit. 63 degrees after a low of 46 degrees. Satellite radar showing we have those clouds moving in, and eventually we will see those temperatures start to drop. Zooming out, we can see that we have this low pressure system that is bringing in those gusty winds. Had a cold front attached to it, which is going to be bringing in those cooler temperatures for tonight. Tonight, temperatures will be dropping quickly back down into the 30s with, yes, some rain and snow showers late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Let's break that down. So as you can see, we're going to have those cloudy skies increase as we head into the 10-11 o'clock hour. Then as we head into the early morning hours of Tuesday, another cold front moves through, and this one has some cold air attached to it that's going to bring in some light snow showers possible for tomorrow morning. So just be aware that there could be a little bit of a coating on those grassy and colder surfaces for tomorrow. Another concern that we have is going to be our wind gusts. Right now, we're going to continue to see them into the 30-mile-per-hour range. They'll calm down just a little bit for tonight. Then as we head into the next couple of days, we'll continue to see them into the 30 to 40 mile per hour range for tonight into tomorrow morning. So very gusty winds possible. Then we'll see those temperatures into the 50s and 60s, rebounding quite nicely into the 60s for Friday with the chance for some storms. We'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, temperatures are going to be very nice into the 50s and 60s for the end of the week. We just have to get through this one chilly day as we head into Tuesday.
Right, because today was absolutely
was
gorgeous.
really nice.
We should bottle this up and keep it with us.
Honestly, it was a little bit windy, but hey, I'll take it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelsey. Well, coming up, a fight.